Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Bras for a Cause 2025 is Saturday, April 12th at the Carl Craft Civic Center in Hedrick. Dinner is provided by Bubba Q's at 4:30. There's a free will donation, plus a silent auction from 4:30 to 9 p.m. And of course, the live bra auction starts at 6 p.m. Modeling by the Hedrick Volunteer Firemen. All proceeds to benefit our local communities. For more information about Bras for a Cause 2025, contact Lori Hornback at 641-777-4252. Get ready because Tyler Richardson and the High Bank Boys are coming to Sigourney on Saturday, April 26th at Enchanted Events, 20595 255th Street, just south of Sigourney. Order your tickets online by going to enchantedeventsvenue.com or find the Enchanted Events Facebook page for the ticket links. There are 3 different ticket options: general admission, VIP, or reserve. Doors open at 7 and the cash bar and band starts at 8. It's Tyler Richardson and the High Bank Boys, Saturday, April 26th at Enchanted Events, just south of Sigourney.
For Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. May I have roll call, please?
McLaughlin.
Present.
Postbaker.
Here.
Lentz.
Present.
Schultz.
Present.
Clark.
Here.
Conrad.
Present.
And I have a motion to approve or amend the tentative agenda.
Make a motion to approve the tentative agenda.
Second.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
Postbaker.
Yes.
Lentz.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is the consent agenda. All items under the consent agenda will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a request is made prior to voting. Does anybody have any amendments to the consent
I
agenda?
have a question,
Well, we're removing E. If that's your question, hold off.
then I retract.
Remove E.
And then can we vote on D separately?
Okay.
I would make a motion to approve consent agenda items A, B, C, F, G, H, and I.
Second.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
Postbaker.
Yes.
Lentz.
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
Okay, so consent agenda item D. Can we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve consent agenda item D.
Second.
McLaughlin.
Yes.
Postbaker.
Yes.
Lentz.
Abstain.
Schultz.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
I don't see anything for public hearing. Number 4 is additional city business, Cape County Economic Development, KCED report. Gary?
2 things to report. Last week we had a good session with some pork and beef producers locally to talk about working together on marketing their products in Keokuk County and Southeast Iowa. That went well. It's the first of the series, so we'll be holding one of those meetings. I think the next one will be next week. And then later this week, we're having a meeting in Kyoto with respect to the child care, the daycare center that we're trying to put together over there. We'll be meeting with members of the school board and the city council. So when we have our next meeting, I'll give a report on that. That's all I have for this week.
Under additional city business, the discussion on location 101 South Jefferson Street with Cindy Dietrich.
Do you want me to just talk from here, or?
Sure.
Okay. As most of you probably know, I'm Cindy, and I own the Garden Gate at 105 South Jefferson. My husband owns the Sigourney Cleaners building at 103, and we also have an apartment up there. But today I'm here to address the situation at the property of 101 South Jefferson Street owned by BC Investments. I do not believe that this property is approved for residents on the ground floor, but last Saturday I witnessed a woman walking down the street with some garbage bags that appeared to have clothes in them. Later that afternoon I was looking in the windows and there were several more bags in there, and the woman was in there. I saw the owner of BC Investments knock on the door. She unlocked the door, let him in. When I left that day, the windows were clear, you could see in, and I got a message on Sunday evening from someone showing me a picture that the windows had been painted from the inside, the windows and the door. I think this is very tacky and unappealing, and to me, that shows maybe that there's something that someone's trying to hide. This has never been done before on that building. There's been curtains and stuff like that, but never painted. And I don't understand why that's being done and why it's being allowed. I think my side of the square has become very attractive. This is on that side, and that building is not. And with our apartment up above, my husband and I have invested a lot of our money redoing that apartment, and since December it has been vacant, and I've showed it to several prospects, and all of them say, we love the apartment, we don't like the filth and the smell going up the stairway. They are worried about the tenants beside them. And one of them, I have found out recently, is a registered sex offender. I don't know that he's harmful. He's 63 years old. But this is making it very difficult for us to rent that apartment. And we may lose the building if we can't get a renter pretty soon. You know, if we don't have that income coming in from the renter, I don't know what's going to happen to it. But I don't feel that this should be taking place, and that everyone else is held to certain standards, but not this person. And I feel it should be rectified somehow or other. We should either be able to come to an agreement. I filed a claim with this, or filed a complaint with the city a while back about the stairway, and all I was asking for it to be repainted, cleaned up, the smell taken away, you know, something so it made it more attractive for our people to go up the stairway and at least get in the apartment. And I was told by someone that that's a civil matter and it's between us, and I don't see how that's going to get rectified if there's no willingness on the other party. So that's my take on that, and it just, I think it makes it very unattractive and unappealing for someone to want to move here and take up residence. Well, thank you for listening.
discussion on that, or?
Usually be what Jim would say, that we would assign it to a committee and have discussions on it.
So is this a public safety, committee issue? We do have later on the agenda to set up public safety.
Does it fall under public safety?
Did you say?
Does it fall
Yes.
under
Yes.
public?
Yes.
I think it falls under public safety.
Yes, it does.
Well,
We'll address it at the public safety committee.
Okay. I do have pictures too, if anyone would like to look at them, but that's fine.
You can email this.
Email them to the city?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
Thank you, Cindy.
All right, so I don't need to stay for anything else, do I? Okay, thank you.
welcome.
Okay, next on the agenda, is it's discussion and possible approval of Duralast employee completing community service around town. And I think you're going to address this, is that correct?
No,
Right.
Rick, I'm sorry.
I was approached last week about Duralast. They have several employees, I think he said 18 employees in Keokuk County, and they would like to donate some time to the city, picking up the parks, whatever they can do that the council would approve of. 4 hours per person. And I just was gonna bring it to you guys. If it's yes, I'll let him know. If not,
Will we get a list of those names, possibly?
I can get a list, yeah. Yeah.
Would be appropriate.
And I don't know how many of the 18 would be Sigourney, but basically there's people in Richland, Kyoto, all over, and they're gonna donate to the cities, so.
That's a couple of weeks worth of labor. That's actually really generous.
Actually, some of our parks,
Mhm.
would use it.
They always need picked up, so.
Is that what you're thinking?
That's what I was thinking.
Clean up activities and things like that?
Yep.
Any other
I'd have
discussion
no-
on that?
I have no objection to that.
Okay.
To me, the only, if they were riding on the back of one of our
Exactly.
trucks or using some of our power
That's
tools
why
or
I-
something, it might be a liability.
Yep,
If they're just out there,
picking up sticks, picking
I'm
up
gonna send
garbage.
8 people out to clean up the park this weekend,
Okay,
fine.
My only concern would be if there's sex offenders.
Okay.
And you said you'd look into that,
I'll look into that.
because there's certain restrictions on what they can, and where they can and can't be, so.
Okay.
And just to clarify, for me, community service usually means something that somebody told them to do, but this is just the business itself
yes,
wanting to
correct.
reach out and offer something.
Yep, they just wanna, last year they did a food drive. This year they wanna do something for each town. So basically, the people that lived around here would work in Sigourney, and then somewhere else, they'd work somewhere else.
Duralast is kind of a well-kept secret. That-
Yeah.
You can have a good career down there.
Yeah, yep.
So if I make a motion that we approve allowing Duralast to arrange for their employees to do a community service project or projects in town.
Second.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
Osbaker,
Yes.
Litz,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
Next on the agenda, number 5, under Park and Rec, discussion and possible approval of the swimming pool policies and procedures handbook. So there haven't been any changes in a couple of years to the pool policies. And it's my understanding that they are going to have a meeting tomorrow with their employees. And usually the pool policies are reviewed during that meeting, so,
Yep, Brooke reads them,
yeah.
to all the lifeguards.
Did anyone have any comments, or like I said, there hasn't been any changes since we've approved them, the past prior years? If there's, I have a motion to approve the swimming pool policies then?
I would make a motion to approve the swimming pool Policies and procedures handbook.
Second.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
Hills-Baker,
Yes.
Lentz,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
Next, item B, under Park and Recreation, discussion and possible approval of the display ad for the 2025 flag football season. Again, there hasn't been any changes to the ad, other than the dates have been changed. We'd like to put that in the news review on Wednesday, April 9th, and Wednesday, April 16th this year. And the mowing would be done as in previous years, using our equipment, and position pays $2,500.
We haven't had any issues with them just dropping an application off. I know it's usually consistent, but
Yeah.
okay.
I'll send them this tomorrow and
Make a motion to approve the display ad for the 2025 flag football season.
Second.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
Hills-Baker,
Yes.
Lentz,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
Next on the agenda is item C, discussion and possible approval of additional lost fund request for trash receptacles. So at our last council meeting, we approved getting trash cans for the Legion Park and borrowing the ones from, for the Sigourney Town Park. We neglected to add shipping costs to our request. So this is an additional $300 to cover the shipping charges for the trash cans. So,
I make a motion to approve the additional lost funds request for the trash receptacles shipping.
Second.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
Hills-Baker,
Yes.
Lentz,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
Next on the giant agenda, item number 6, under street and sanitation, discussion and possible approval of LL Pelling quotes to restripe the library parking lot and restripe Sigourney Square and 1 block in each direction.
So there's additional markings as well, right?
Correct.
Does this include, is the handicap painting to go down by the Manor House included in this?
No. No.
They're just gonna do that
They're gonna do that on their own.
independently?
Yep.
And these are the full, for a full block off the, I couldn't really tell from.
Yeah, one block off.
That paint doesn't show up that great in some areas, but it does, it's the entire block.
Yep.
So some of that is parallel parking, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Can somebody approve the one by the copper lanterns so they're not like straight up? That road is the worst.
They're really straight in.
Yeah, they stick out.
I know these ones down here across from the post office, on the other side of the road, by the kids' place there, they're really straight in too. I don't know, once they're painted, they're probably painted, but just worry out the ones that are there, won't they, Brad? Yeah.
It's tough to get it off.
Yeah, and otherwise you'd have double markings.
And if you take, like over there, copper lantern, if we can't take that out or we lose a spot, the way it angles, because you have to be 10 feet off that intersection, and it just doesn't work, and we don't have much space anyway, so. And this isn't we went 4 years the last time we did it, and it's lasted pretty good. When we used to do it, we'd have to do it every year, so.
Must use a little better paint.
Yeah, they have some nice stuff.
For $6,238, it should be good
Yeah.
paint. Nevertheless, if there's no other discussion about it, I'd make a motion to approve the bid from LL Pelling for the striping.
Second.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
Hills-Baker,
Yes.
Lentz,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
Next on the agenda, water and wastewater. The first item, A, we need to set a water committee meeting.
Yes, you are.
I'm on sewer.
You're on all three of the proprietaries. I don't know what you think you're doing here.
Gary, Randy, and Ed.
Oh, I could,
I told you.
so sorry, I could take it. What is your name? I missed when you were gone.
I split the two of them up.
She's really happy on that.
So later next week,
Gary, you're the chair, are you?
later next week maybe?
Yeah, I can't do Monday, so it's,
Yeah, I'm taking Thursday-ish.
Are we talking at 6 o'clock? Is that what we're talking about? Yeah.
I can be flexible on that, I don't know about anybody else.
I'm not objecting to it, but I do have other stuff going on that day. It's just, if it's at 6 o'clock, it's fine.
Okay, 6 o'clock works for me.
We're talking the 10th.
Yep.
We will let Jimmy know that as well.
you should do that.
Okay, the next is set a sewer committee meeting.
That's Stephanie, Adam, and Randy.
What day works best for you?
Are you talking next week?
Sure.
Okay.
Or tomorrow.
And this is to go over the rates for fiscal year 26.
I can't do it tomorrow, but I'd be good next Tuesday.
You're the one with the difficult schedule. Can you do Tuesday?
As long as we do public safety Tuesday.
I can't do it Tuesday.
I can't do it Tuesday.
Sure.
I like your logic.
At 5 or when?
5:05,
5:05?
just so I can get you. That work?
5:30?
Can we do, can we do like 5:30?
5:30?
It's my dog's birthday. I don't know if I can miss it.
So Tuesday at 5:30.
I know it's not on the agenda, but I thought we was gonna have another, street and sanitation committee meeting, but,
We have to wait until the Jimmy's back to set me.
So next is public safety. We need to set a public safety committee meeting. Not next Tuesday.
Can't do
Next week
Wednesday.
is getting kind of full.
How about the 15th?
That's tax day.
15th is a Tuesday, if it's early, yeah, 15th is a great day.
I
If
have
it's
so
early
much
in the
fun.
afternoon, like 4-ish, 4:30, okay, does that work for you? No?
Does it have to be before next council meeting? Can we do the 17th then?
Let's go for the 17th. Six o-
I can't.
Yeah.
The 22nd?
As long as it's,
It's fine with me. Or,
I can't do later in the evening. Tuesdays are difficult for me.
Oh, we could pick a different day, the 20th.
The 21st or the 24th, either one of those would be good.
Monday, the 21st?
does the 24th work better?
Sure.
It does for me.
Okay, 24th?
What time?
Mondays are not good for me.
What time?
4,
No.
4:30,
5:30?
5:30?
5:30 on April 24th for
Does that
public
work for you,
safety.
Ed?
Yes. I can not be here at that time.
Okay. Next, I don't have anything under finance. I don't see anything under human resources. City clerk, I don't see anything. Public input,
I'd like to be recognized.
okay.
Thank you.
Billy Claybrook.
My understanding, 3 minutes. Okay. Billy Claywell, I'm the owner of BC Investments, the owner of 101 South Jefferson. It was just a topic of conversation a moment ago. started having conflicts with the owners of 103 and 105 Jefferson about 2.5 years ago. Doug Landon, rental inspector at the time, wrote my building up because, as he said, water was pouring into the hallway. Immediately hired a contractor. Contractor went up, signed off and said my roof was in good shape, Duralast, and under the guarantee and warranty period. But it was the building at 103 that was causing the water penetration. And one of the reasons the wall that she had talked about is not fixed is that water had been penetrating as late as of August of 2024. I sent pictures to the city and gave them pictures of my roof, the adjoining roof, and had another contractor come up and do that for me. And I told that contractor, I'm going to give you Larry Dietrich's phone number. Said if you'll call Larry and he's willing, I'll pay for the repair in between the seams of our building, because it's apparent from the pictures that's where that's coming in. In regard to somebody living there, I do not have anybody living in that apartment. I contacted the city about 1.5 years ago and asked if I could use that for storage rental, and they said absolutely, that fit inside the code. So the person that she was addressing that was there that early that morning had been somebody I'd rented to. She went in and took her stuff out because we're in the process of doing something else with that building. The reason the windows are painted is that we were thinking about lining those with the rosin type paper. But unlike Miss Dietrich, I thought it looked more attractive to paint those windows, and also to keep people from prying to whatever people store in there. If an upstanding citizen like Miss Dietrich admits to peering in the window, can you imagine what a thief or a ne'er-do-well would do? So we wanted to make sure that it was opaque, and they couldn't look into that any longer. And had several complaints by Miss Dietrich about the property. Each time I met with Doug Landon, code enforcer, and each time he says that, hey, will you do this? We take care of it immediately. Many times he said, these are no issues. I got a complaint the other day because the tenants had set their garbage out in the hallway the night before the morning pickup on Wednesdays. He said that's perfectly acceptable underneath his understanding of the code and the guidelines. And I mean, if I've done anything that's violation, I'm more than willing to fix that. One of the biggest issues been not being able to have discussions directly with Mr. and Mrs. Dietrich. They've always chosen to go through third parties rather than sit down and have a discussion about this. Then I asked about the roof leak. That's what I'm most concerned about. That's why I'm not wanting to fix. You can go up there and I'll leave that unlocked so anybody wants to go look can look. You can see the water damage where it's permeated, and they acknowledge that they had water into their apartment as well. As soon as I'm guaranteed that that is fixed, more than willing to do those repairs. We want to do those repairs. So if anybody's got any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Council, input?
I just, we've more or less finalized the schedule for the 4th of July. It's been posted on Facebook. I wasn't prepared for this council meeting, kind of forgot it was happening until about an hour ago. So I will bring it and we can just, I'll share it with the class. Just let you all know, it's gonna be fun, I think. I don't know.
Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
McLaughlin,
Yes.
Osbaker,
Yes.
Lentz,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Conrad.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.